Summoner's War. Before I start the review, I am a F2P player who has been playing for over 10 years. The gameplay is definitely P2E, however, it's not instantly one-sided. For context, I am able to complete in pretty high rank even through I am F2P. If someone today were to spend 1000 or 10,000, they would not be able to catch up to me even remotely. If I face a high-ranked whale in PvP content, I can win against them if I play smart, draft well and have a tiny bit of luck on my side. The progression quests when you start the game are very helpful in understanding boss mechanics and general knowledge about the game. They also give very good rewards early on. I would recommend following them until you get a hang for how the monsters work and what monsters you enjoy using. The early game PvE content can be very fun, while also being very challenging for new players. Understanding the mechanics of the dungeon you are clearing and what monsters to bring to counter that is very big part of the game to get more rewarding the better runes and monsters you have. My favorite part of the game is the theory crafting and building teams that clear the dungeons very quickly. If you play this game, I strongly recommend that you stay F2P for your whole experience, if not a majority of it. Not at all worth playing money in this game. This game's P2V range isn't that bad, but if you want to ever become competitive in this game, you will need spend money in this game at least once. I also want to warn you that this game involves a lot of grinding farming. Most of the gameplay will probably be spent auto-battling a specific dungeon raid to help you progress. This is more of a play it in the background kind of the game, and eventually it starts feeling more like a horror if you play it long enough. So really? If you want to play the game because of its story, then don't, it's not a very engaging one. If you want to play the game because of its PvP, I hope you enjoy becoming a meta slave P2V. It's not like a Pokemon if necessary one wonders. If you want to play the game because you want to make a guild with your friends, there is not enough content to keep that up for several months. And if you want to play the game because of its actual gameplay, like the dungeons raids, there isn't much because I will remind you there is a gacha. As a new player, I wouldn't worry about RTA at all for a while. This mode is usually for people who have been playing the game for years and know the game in and out complete. If you don't know what you are doing, you will get destroyed basically every match. Guild content is good and provides decent rewards for new players. I would recommend trying to join a lower level grind pretty early on. There are many guilds that allow new players and love giving advice to help new players out. It's more than emulator. The game is going to trigger your antivirus every 5-10 minutes. The game also will either run eventually poorly or make it frustrating from the amount of times your game will be switching from smooth gameplay to absolute charging. I have seen people talk about crash issues or updating issues. So far I haven't gotten any, but sometimes missing assets in the game will occur, causing your screen to sometimes completely turn to back models are missing. Lastly, and this is more so a nitpick, the next font. Terrible. It's not the same as a mobile one, and if anything to make it annoying to try to read it. If you want to play this PC version, just to use one of those Android mobile emulators until they fix the one on Steam.